Yeah, the feed and just share it. There it is.
We're live?
Yeah. All right, let's go. Ooh, nice up close and personal. What up, JB? Welcome back, man. I'm glad to have you. This is Speaking Out Loud with me and the one and only John Borba. What a do, baby.
What up? What up?
Dude, I missed you.
I know. It's been a while. It's been a minute.
And people have been asking for answers, and
Answers.
you got to give us answers.
I got some
today,
answers.
JB. You got to give us answers today. All right, JB, real quick before we start the show, don't forget that this show is presented to you by Amity Boutique. Check out Amity Boutique on Facebook, Amity Boutique NM. Whenever your girl needs something, that's the place to go. I'm telling you right now. Get your order in this morning. Also, man, today's show is presented by Gavita Mexicana. They make some delicious food. They got a Sunday special for y'all this morning. So if you don't want to go out and go get food, they deliver it to you. They accept PayPal and Cash App. What they got today is chicken flautas paired with the rice and beans. They got the wok. They got the sour cream. They got the nice salsa on it. It's $10 a plate, or to feed four, $35. So get those orders in ASAP. They have a Facebook as well. Check them out and get your order in. Send them a message. Let them know. All right, JB, let's get this going. So we have the Espresso Round. With the Espresso Round, we do a true or false questions. If you get it wrong, then you take a little shot of this.
All right.
There was 4 right here. Did you
4?
Yeah. Where'd you do with them?
I didn't do nothing with them.
There's only 2?
Yeah, there's only 2.
I think I forgot
the
other
kitchen.
two in the kitchen, huh?
Well,
hot
hot stuff, baby.
I actually don't have any true or false questions.
Great.
I was so worried about doing all the other things that I didn't do this, but I got one for you.
All right.
Are the Pittsburgh Steelers? Do the Pittsburgh Steelers have the Pittsburgh Steelers have the best passing defense in the NFL?
Do they?
True or false?
False.
No, it's true. As of right now, percentage-wise, they do have the best defensive efficiency.
I knew it.
Passing in the NFL. After 7 weeks, after 6 weeks, Dak Prescott is the leading passer in the NFL.
Yes, true. Just wanted to
dang, I should
say that.
That shit was cold.
It's for all the Cowboys fans that have hope still.
For real. All right, man, let's go on to the next one here. JB, I got you. Jay Will wants answers, and you're going to give it to us, right?
I got you.
All right, JB, this is the segment. We need answers, Borba.
All right.
Presented by Gavita Mexicana. Get your order in today, right now, this morning. JB, was benching Fitzpatrick the right move for the Miami Dolphins?
Ultimately, yes. I believe 100% so. I've been saying this all summer, all whenever. Anytime I've had a chance to say it, I've said it. Get Tua in the game. Yes, Fitzmagic is playing out of his mind, but I mean, he's a bridge quarterback. He knows, what he's there for. He knows his role. What'd he do? He played, the first month and a half of the season, did good. And now, I mean, the sky's the seal, the seal, there's so much potential with Tua. So I think you just got to go roll the dice. Obviously, the coaches, everybody sees something in him. He's ready to go.
Did you find the timing to be weird?
It is a little weird, but why not? I mean, you're what, 3-3 after the first month and a half of the season. It's anybody's division, kind of, when you really think about it. I mean, the Bills, I don't think they're not a real team because Josh Allen not sold on him. So, I mean, if Tua can come in and make an impact, just make plays. I mean, yeah, they're going to have ups and downs, but will
Yeah.
they have a chance at the end of the season? Yeah, I think so.
Seems like a smart move given the fact that they also have a bye week this week, so that gets him a whole week to prepare. But he is starting his first game against Aaron Donald. That may be a problem. That might be a tough spot to put a rookie quarterback in against. Probably, I mean, you can make the argument as an MVP, defensive player of the year this year.
Every year.
So it's going to be real interesting there. Just to piggyback off of that too, or I mean, just to follow up with another question off of that. Do you think Miami should shop Fitzpatrick, or they should just keep him in the back pocket?
I think you got to keep him. Yeah, keep him. There's no reason to get rid of him. It's not like he's getting paid that much. I mean, he's a perfect role model. Like, you know, he's going to help Tua along the way in every way possible. I mean, Fitzpatrick's seen it all. So why not keep him on your bench? Like, that's a perfect mentor.
Let's say they do shop him. What would be the best fit for him? In my opinion, I think it's the Browns. Baker Mayfield. I've tried to piggyback on him as far as him being decent, not even elite, just decent. But I mean, the guy's he's not what we expected him to be, and he's the only reason that Cleveland's having issues right now. So in my opinion, I think Fitzpatrick, if they're going to shop him, or if anybody is shopping, they need to go to Miami and pick up Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, I mean, I could see the Browns, you know, making that move. Will they? I don't think so. Because, I mean, you
think they'll grind it out?
I think they're going to grind it out. And, I mean, you could kind of say the same thing about San Francisco in a way, but I think they're going to let Jimmy Garoppolo grind it out too. So, you know, I think he stays in Miami.
Yeah, I mean, even if you brought Fitzpatrick in, you would know exactly what you're doing. It's just a one-year type deal just to get you to where you want to get.
But can he do that? I mean, go into another system like that, like, is he going to be as effective? You know?
I mean, this is a Harvard graduate. You got to expect that he is going to.
I'm sure.
Get the playbook in his brain quickly. But to me, he just brings some type of energy to the locker room. Like you can't ignore the fact that he hypes that team up regardless on what team he's on. So
for sure. But I don't think if the right price comes along, then I think Miami would be willing to get rid of him.
Chop around.
I just don't think that's going to happen.
I mean, you're not going to give up a first, second, or third, or fourth. I don't think, especially on a guy that's sitting on a 1-year contract.
No, exactly. So, why would you give up anything, really? I mean, I just don't see it happening.
Next one. Are the Packers for real?
Are the Packers for real?
That's a loaded question there.
The Packers are a real contending team, yes. But their weakness, the same as last year, is that if there's a team that's going to punch them in the mouth first, you know, just give them that first round days. Can they punch back? We still haven't seen it this past year and a half. We haven't seen it. So what type of team is this? Like, they can beat 28, 27 teams, 29 teams in the league, you know. But when it comes to these last, you know, I can see you know, teams like Pittsburgh giving them a hard time. Teams, you know, obviously the Buccaneers. I mean, like, just teams that are just want to hit him in the mouth, you know?
Yeah, I mean, with the decent defense.
I mean, I think that's what, you know, Packers have a good pass rush. They have a decent secondary. They are not very good on the ground. I think if you can ground and pound on them, you have a great chance.
Yeah.
You know, control
being
the clock.
not good on the ground defensively, right? That's what you're saying.
Defensively. They're not good against the rush. They're not good against stopping the run, so.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that statement there. I mean, I think their only weakness is getting punched in the mouth with the ground game. I think if they can't stop the ground game, it doesn't matter how many points Aaron Rodgers can put up because you got to assume that a decent defense is going to put the pressure on him. And really, it's a matter of just licking Aaron Rodgers, giving him a lick every time you get in the backfield.
Oh yeah,
regardless if it's just a small push or just a hit to the chest. Every time you get on Aaron Rodgers, you have to dab him up, no matter what, because this guy's legit. To me, Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in the NFL. I mean, he's proven it. He's proven it this year so far, as of right now, going into Week 7. Except for last week, wet the bed, right?
Yeah,
for sure. But like you said, he got punched in the mouth, and they didn't really know how to react. So that's something I look forward to seeing today. I know they're not playing a great team whatsoever, but the Houston Texans can still ball out. I mean, they're one of those teams that are probably going to ruin some games and positions going into the playoffs. So I expect a good game there, but this is what I'm looking forward to. Is Aaron Rodgers going to swing back? And that's what we got looking forward to today. Next one, JB, just have some fun with it. Ketchup on spaghetti.
No. No, I don't think I've ever done that. No.
Oh shit!
Nope.
Shout out my boy Malcolm. Ketchup on spaghetti.
No thanks.
No, thank you.
No.
This used to be a big old topic back in the day. Pineapples on your pizza.
Yes.
All day.
Oh yeah.
If you got a
all
problem
day.
with it, shut
all
up.
day. Yeah, for real. Put anything on a pizza, like it doesn't matter.
Yo, buddy. All right, JB, I got this video for you here. All we're gonna do is that we're gonna show everybody the clip. We're gonna be in the background and just commentating it. All right, man.
All right.
Get off me!
Hey, get off me, Borba!
Derek Henry in the end zone. He's in to end the game in overtime against the Houston Texans. Gets the dub. Tennessee undefeated. Pittsburgh's got to watch out for them stiff arms.
This was a 98-yard run, man.
Yeah.
Derek Henry, the reason this segment was created. Get off me! And here we go. Carson Wentz getting licked up with the hands. What you want, JB? What you want? Look at those strong hands. We got the good old great Baker Mayfield doing what he does. Throwing kick six.
What he does best.
All right, Josh Allen. Deep.
Josh Allen.
Who's that? Yakum. Yakum. Oh, that wasn't Josh Allen.
Stafford. Kenny Galladay.
All right, this is for you, JB. Your boy Kirk Cousins. Every now and then he throws diving runs. Every now and then.
Thielen, AT, baby.
Teddy Two Gloves. This is your boy again.
Deep.
Yakum.
Curtis Samuel. DJ Moore.
The accuracy in those gloves.
So,
get off me. Aaron Rodgers. Wrong guy.
wrong guy.
See you later.
Bye.
See ya later. At that point, it was 10-0, and it just never went back. It just never went back. And a little highlight got this from ESPN. This girl, get off me. And then check out this juke here at the end in slow-mo.
Oh my gosh. One cut.
What you want?
No.
That was a segment. Get off me.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, JB.
Man.
Good stuff there. All right, JB, we got your segment here.
Oh no.
I hope you prepared.
I'm not prepared.
Dumb. Borbas.
Matchup nightmares. Okay.
Why does it sound like you're scared more than
I'm scared.
the actual?
I'll give you a matchup nightmare. We just saw him get into the end zone. That first highlight, Derrick Henry. One of the scariest guys that you want to tackle in the league. And if Pittsburgh cannot stop Tennessee's ground and pound game, it will be a long day for that defense. A long day for that defense. So I expect Derrick Henry to pull off a couple stiff arms, get into the end zone at least twice. At least twice.
Are we gonna have a get off me highlight?
Yeah, I think so.
Are we gonna have a get off me highlight
Maybe,
from this?
yeah, maybe on get off me highlight on. Let's see, one of these DBs. Maybe on Joe Hayden. I don't know. I think Joe Hayden can
Joe
handle
Hayden's
it.
the one that does give it up a lot like that. So
Yeah,
I
Artie
won't-
Burns. one of them little corners. Mike Hilton. They got a bunch of little corners.
won't be surprised. There.
Yeah, that's a matchup.
What else you got? Is that your only nightmare matchup that you got?
Let me look. Oh man,
I'm going to tell you this. I think the Browns bounce back. I'm not going to say that Baker Mayfield bounces back, but I'm going to say the Browns bounce back as a whole. They're playing the Cincinnati Bengals. This team is no good, and they like to sling the rock.
yeah.
High up tempo offenses going at it. I think Odell Beckham has another breakout game going for 100 plus. The matchup is just there. They got studs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, a running back dude. Well, one's hurt at the moment, but this team is finally getting healthy. Are they legit? That's something that they got to prove today. Odell Beckham, ball out, baby. It's on him. Nightmare matchup.
Nightmare matchup, baby. I got one more.
Go ahead.
This is going to be a surprise. I'm going for Darren Waller today against Tampa Bay. Tight end can run a 4.3, 4.4 speed. I expect if the Raiders want any chance to win this game, hit your weapons, get your weapons involved, get Josh Jacobs on the ground. But Darren Waller, if he can make plays vertically against Tampa Bay's defense, that's going to give him trouble. Do they have anybody to match up against Darren Waller? That's going to be interesting. Levante David is playing out of his mind. That could be a matchup nightmare right there because he's got a resurgence in his career. He's playing really good. So there's gonna be a couple interesting matchups to look forward to. But I expect that who's going to guard Darren Waller is going to be Levante David. So we'll see. I expect both of them could be matchup nightmares.
Yep.
So
Darren Waller's
that's going to be
out of his mind.
This is an exciting game to watch. So Raiders are kind of turning things around. We're kind of seeing the plan.
Yeah.
So, I mean, let's see it. I mean, show us your plan today. Show us your plan today, baby. I want to see Darren Waller make some vertical catches down the field. Be a problem.
The Las Vegas Raiders have definitely showed that they can play and that they could keep up with the elite teams. We've seen them beat the Kansas City Chiefs and just completely give it to them. This team has to be consistent. And like you're saying, today's the day to show how legit are you. John Gruden, they moved this game to primetime, I believe. This is now the Sunday night game. There could not be any more eyes on you than this moment. This is what John Gruden lives for.
Yeah.
That may be, or this may be, the game of the weekend. I like those nightmare matchups that you had there, JB. Let's move into our quick picks, man. We had my boy Trey Trujillo was supposed to come. He didn't quite make it, but it's all good. So we're going to take over a couple of his games that he had scheduled to discuss. Let's go quick picks, Borba. You know how it is. You make your prediction and just give us a quick breakdown on what you think is going to happen. I would like to hear what matchup you look forward to in those games specifically, as far as what player you think is going to go off.
Okay.
Let's start off here with the Panthers versus Saints. This should have been one of our matchups where we actually discuss in depth, but let's make a quick pick. The Saints are down Emmanuel Sanders, and they do not have their stud, good old Mr. Thomas. So, what do you think? Is that gonna be a threat?
It could be a problem for Drew Brees, but Drew Brees, what he's always done good is get rid of the ball quick. So, what is he gonna do? He's gonna find Alvin Kamara out of the backfield. He's gonna find Jared Cook, right, tight end. I mean, he's gonna find quick little gadget plays. Sean Payton's got everything ready, but the thing is, I want to see Teddy. I want to see Teddy perform in this game. It's a big game. I mean, you could potentially, if the Buccaneers lose, you can be in first place. Potentially. So, I mean, I want to see Teddy. I want him to extend the ball downfield, get a vertical passing game. I want to see Robbie Anderson make some big time catches. DJ Moore, like we just saw in the highlight. I want to see more of that. That's always been Teddy's knock. Can he get the ball downfield? I believe he can. It's just he needs to feel comfortable. He needs that game. He needs the game to be flowing the right way. And I expect that. I expect Mike Davis, that backup running back for Christian McCaffrey. I expect him to make plays. I want to see the Panthers pull this one off.
Yep.
I'm not sold on the Saints this year. Not sold on them.
I like this. I actually have this as one of my bets for this weekend. I think the Panthers go over there and upset them. I do think the fact that there's no fans right now, it affects the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints are missing both of their stud receivers. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at the report right now. They're also missing 2 offensive linemen. That's crucial for what Drew Brees does. Like you said, he does get rid of the ball quick. But what's going to happen when the pressure gets there quick? Mm-hmm. Is Drew Brees going to be able to get himself out of the pocket and make those accurate throws? Today is about threading the needle for the New Orleans Saints, and I just don't think they get it done. I got Carolina winning this game.
Yes, sir.
JB, let's move on to this next one. We got the Packers versus the Texans. I think Packers win easily. I think I see a bounce back, like we said. They got punched in the mouth. So let's see how they respond. This is one of those games that they need to just completely go in and dominate. There's no holding back, punch back, swing back, and get the knockout. The Packers have to do that. Other than that, if this is a close game, I'm not impressed, and I think we might be starting to question how good the Packers actually are.
Yeah, I agree 100%. This is a game that the Packers should win. They're better almost at every level. I expect Aaron Rodgers to be able to get his way with that defense. I mean, Texans don't have the best secondary. So, I expect Devontae Adams and Lazard, all these guys. I expect them to make plays. And Aaron Jones, I know he's questionable.
Yeah,
but
I'm not sure he's playing.
Even if he doesn't play, I feel like he doesn't need to play. Why? Why? You have two other running backs that can get things done. So stick with that. I mean, get them healthy. Yep. So, I mean, Packers should win this.
This betting line is set right now at -3. I think if you can buy a half a point and get it at -2.5, I would put my mortgage on it. The Packers got to blow this game out. They got to steamroll them. So if you guys are making a bet, I think that's a safe bet going with the spread with the Packers. If you can get it at -2, I think 3 is too risky, but -2, take that bet.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
All right, let's move on. We got the Chiefs versus the Broncos.
Chiefs versus Broncos.
The Broncos came off a big win last week,
yes,
beating the New England Patriots. You could make the argument that the Patriots just really weren't composed given the circumstances that they had been going through.
Is Drew Lock starting this game?
Let me see. I think he was questionable.
He was questionable, but I know he's supposed to be returning really soon.
Let me just double check on you. But with or without Drew Lock, I mean, do you feel more comfortable if Drew Lock is playing? Is that what you're?
I want to see. I want to see more Drew Lock. I think he's got potential in the league, so I want to see more of him. But today, Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes. Say it over and over again. The Chiefs can only beat themselves.
He's playing.
I'm sure Broncos might. They're gonna hold for a little while, but eventually things might bust open. So I'm going Chiefs. I'm going Chiefs by 34-17.
I see a blowout. I feel like every time I see a blowout with Kansas City, they disappoint me and it goes the other way.
And the thing is they haven't been playing their best football. Yeah. Patrick Mahomes hasn't been playing his best football, but I think they're more of a December,
once they get
November, December type of
definitely.
team, I think that's what they're turning into, I don't want to say it's complacency, but I mean, they're just.
Do you think Le'Veon Bell has an effective game, or this is an obvious we're going to get him slowly into the offense?
He'll have, maybe 10, 15 touches, I'm guessing. 10, 15 touches. I mean, I think we might see him
be utilized more in like a screen game, or you know what I mean? Like,
I could see that. Yeah, just get him acclimated. Get him the ball a few times. Maybe 10 rushes, 3 receptions, maybe something like that. I could see that.
I wasn't crazy about this signing, because I thought, either.
But it's
Clyde
good.
Edwards-Helaire is such a stud.
Yes, but you need. I feel like in this league, you need 2 running backs. For sure. So
you got to feel bad for Williams, who decided to opt out. Yeah, because he probably doesn't have a job next year. Or at least
I think he does. Maybe not with Kansas City, but I don't know. I don't think Le'Veon Bell gets signed. I think they keep him this year and they get rid of him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think Le'Veon Bell's career, unless he can resurrect it, I think it's just going to go downhill.
Let's go into your division here. You got the Lions versus the Falcons. The Falcons finally getting their first win.
Yeah. ATL, baby.
Finally getting their first win. They've been shopping. Word is they've been shopping around Julio and Matt Ryan. I mean, what do you think? The Lions came off a pretty big win last week.
I think Atlanta performed well. They get rid of the coach. They get rid of Dan Quinn. So, they got to respond. And, of course, they were going up against the Vikings who just totally crapped the bed. So,
well, they've been.
It's okay. It's okay. Yep. Tank for Trevor over here. So, Atlanta, they're going to go through ups and downs. They're not a very good team. I don't know why.
Cowboys
they're just very disappointing. I like what Lions are doing. I feel like Lions should have a couple more wins. Like they deserve a couple more wins this year, but I think they get it done today. I like Matt Stafford and Kenny Galladay. I like him against that secondary. I like DeAndre Swift. Adrian Peterson. I expect them to have a good game today.
I think the Lions win. This one's a tough one.
Yeah,
Atlanta's the favorite by 1 point. It's always hard to go against Atlanta because how explosive that offense can be. It's just a matter of us seeing it all in one motion.
I can see Julio going off for sure.
But we shall see. If these guys want to have a job next year, though, it's kind of time to perform.
They're
at this point.
Atlanta is playing.
Future.
Atlanta, their players. You don't give up. You can't give up because this is your resume. This is literally your resume. Because when they get a new coach, they're gonna look at the tape and this he's slacking off. Whatever. See ya. Like you got a new culture in there. So
you're playing for a contract next year for sure.
Yeah, these guys are playing for the future.
Let's move on. We got the Jags versus the Chargers here. This is pretty good game. You got to admit, Herbert is elite at this point.
Herbert, baby.
He's got high expectations. Higher than they were with him being drafted in the first round.
He's balling out. I really, really like Justin Herbert. I like his weapons, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen. You got Austin Eckler. You got Hunter Henry. this guy's got everything you need right now to be successful. He's got a good defense to help him out. I like the Chargers this year, and I think they get the dub today. I think they start. I think they need to get on a little win streak. Yeah, for sure.
And Herbert's had them in games. They they can't finish the games. And today, like you said, I think they get it done. Yeah. I like that matchup as far as for Herbert being able to really have a field day today. Not a bad move to pick him up on your DraftKings. Let's go. Let's move on here. We got the Bills versus the dismantled Jets. Bills Mafia is going to completely wipe the floor. These guys are on a 2-game losing streak. Josh Allen, we're calling for you, baby.
Josh Allen.
All that noise in week 1 through 4. All that noise about what this guy was doing. I'm still not. That's my guy though. Josh Allen is going to be that guy this year. He had 2 bad games, no problem. Figure it out. The Bills completely wiped the floor with the Jets today and prove that they're still in the mix. Don't get it twisted. Don't hit the panic button, as Cam Newton said. Do not hit the panic button. The Bills are going to dismantle the Jets today.
I'm still not sold on Josh Allen. He has improved. Can they beat a real team? No, they can't. Can they beat the Jets today? Yes. But even though I want the Jets to win, so we'll be right there for that number 1 pick. So I'm going Jets. I'm going Jets. I'm going to go Jets today? All year. Oh. Yes, because they're the worst team in the league, and we're right behind them.
They're going to win 1 game.
They got to win 2 games this season because we're just going to stay at 1.
Come on, Skip.
Honestly, the Bills should win this game.
Skip.
Yeah, the Bills should win this game. Josh Allen should have a bounce-back game, of course. I feel like that whole team should have a bounce-back game. Are they a real team? Still not sold on it yet. I'm still not sold on it yet.
Tre'Davious White, what the hell happened last week? That's all I'm saying. You're supposed to be one of the best corners. You're supposed to be the best corner in the NFL right now. Supposedly. When we start breaking down the numbers, this guy is elite. But what the hell happened last week? What the hell happened last week?
That's what happens. Every corner.
Let's move on to a game here that may not matter to y'all, but it matters to me. It's my good old Cowboys against the Washington Redskins. I've never been this nervous for such a terrible game in my life.
Yeah, I don't even know.
I got this Zeke Hoosier shirt because I still don't know who the hell Zeke is anymore. Yeah. It's like, it's like you meet somebody and then you just don't know them after years and years. It's like, what happened to you?
What happened?
What happened to you?
Everything starts off great. You're in the honeymoon phase for, that first year. And it just falls off. And it could be time for a divorce. We're
not talking about me.
We're not talking about Renee. We're talking about Zeke and the Cowboys right now. Who is this man? Like what? You're almost single-handedly, in some of these instances, like you're literally costing your team. You're costing your team. You're selling your team out with these fumbles. What? I just don't understand it. Yeah. But this game, I feel like is going to be close. I want to see Alex Smith. I want to see some more Alex Smith. I feel like that can change that locker room, the dynamic of the locker room. I want to see him get in the game. I want to see that. I feel like if he's in the game, it's anybody's game. I want to see him come back. The reason, make it a close game.
The reason why this game makes me so nervous too is a lot of people are giving Andy Dalton a lot of heat. I mean, the truth is he's a backup quarterback for one. Okay, I mean, he could start on many teams, but
the thing,
whenever you start thinking, the expectations for the guy is ridiculous. Like you were expecting him to completely come into the Cowboys organization and just one up Dak. It's like they're expecting him to one up Dak. No, this is Ezekiel Elliott's team as it's always been, right? Or it's as it was set up to be. I mean, you paid the guy for a reason. What makes me nervous, though, is that the Dallas Cowboys have the best offensive line on IR right now. That's a Hall of Fame IR right now.
You saw how bad it was last week. I mean, you got nickel blitzers coming in, and the left tackle don't even know he's turning to the right. He's letting free rushers come in, guys that were just picked up off the street a couple weeks ago, coming in, sacking Andy Dalton for safeties almost. I mean, this guy's trying to – I mean, it's not all his fault, and that's why today is going to be an interesting game because what is one thing that Washington can do really well?
And that's pass rush.
That's pass rush. So how difficult, can the Cowboys overcome that? I don't know. I expect this game to be actually a close game.
Yep, and it may be. Close. Should Dallas win this game? Yes, because they have the talent. They have more talent than Washington.
Yeah.
When you break it down, it's that simple. They have more talent than Washington.
They should
but
win.
Can they utilize it? And most importantly, can they hold on to the ball, JB? Can they hold on to the ball? Can this offense help? I know the defense is not that great. But you can't keep shooting your defense in the back. And that's what our offense keeps doing. And for as high-powered as it is, they keep putting our defense in bad situations. It's already not a good defense. It gets even worse whenever you put them against the wall.
Yep.
So I do have the Cowboys winning today. I think it's a close game, like you said. And my butt cheeks are going to be super tight, and I'm going to be nervous and probably upset and pissed off. But it's okay.
I know,
because
it's so sad.
They win. They win today.
First place.
Exactly, Borba. They win today, and we're still number one. And when you look at the schedule,
why even watch at this point? Why even watch?
When you compare the two schedules with Philly, if it's going to come down to these final two teams to get into the playoffs, our schedule it helps us a little more than what it does Philly. Philly had it last year where they played 5 division games in the back end. It's kind of set up for Dallas to win the division this year.
I mean, is it though? Look, here's the thing with Philly. Carson Wentz literally willed his team back against, a crappy New York team, Giants team. But, I mean, he still did it. Can the Cowboys do that when they're down with Andy Dalton? I think that's only Carson Wentz. That's only a Carson Wentz thing. Dak, he can, but he's not coming back. Yeah, I mean, Andy Dalton isn't Dak. So, I think that's the huge difference right now between the two teams. You got a quarterback that can make plays to will his team back to a victory, like how he did last week.
The only thing that I think is frustrating with Carson Wentz, and I mean, I don't know. I'm not a Philly fan, but from my perspective, what I see is the guy holds on to the ball too long.
He does.
And then it's like once he catches momentum, that's when he's fired, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this guy makes passes as he's getting hit, just completely slammed to the ground, and still completing passes, accurate passes at that. But it's always late. It's never 1, 2, 3, 4. It's never in the first 3 quarters. It's always in those last 5 minutes. And I get it, crunch time. You can make the argument that he's a stud in the crunch time, blah, blah, blah. But why are you in those situations to begin with, especially against crappy teams, especially when you've been given that money bag, son? If you're elite, be elite. The only reason that people criticize Carson Wentz is because he has elite money and he has yet to perform as an elite quarterback.
Yeah.
But let's move on here. We got the Browns and Bengals.
Battle of Ohio.
Cleveland stand up. I got the Browns winning. I think they bounce back. That dog pound. Dog pound. Let's go. They come back today, man. I got like I said, the guy to watch today is Odell Beckham. There's a lot of criticism going on about him yelling at his players, trying to get everybody hyped. Why the hell is Baker Mayfield not the guy doing that?
Yeah. Why is your quarterback that's on all these commercials? I mean, this guy is supposed to be the face of the franchise, and nope.
No, he's the face of Hulu.
No,
that has live sports.
Yeah, I'm done with Baker. Not sold on him. He's just he's not the guy. He's not the guy. I'll tell you right now. So I mean,
Baker's an infection. Baker is a disease to this Cleveland Browns team. And you want to know what the Cleveland Browns need? They need some penicillin. They got to get rid of that little itch that they got. Yeah. They need to get some penicillin, and it'll cure that infection. So they say.
Yeah,
so they say.
So
they
I
say.
mean,
I'm not a doctor, but so they say.
I mean, what Baker's got to do, what that team's got to do is start off with the run game. I mean, you got to get the run going. You have to get the run going. And then from there, your weapons will get, they'll get one-on-ones. They'll get targets. I mean, that's when plays start happening. Get him out the pocket. He's kind of like a Kirk Cousins in a way. I mean, that's how Stefanski's got to kind of look at him. Except Baker's got awful. Baker has awful decision making. Awful. Kirk Cousins is shaky sometimes, but Baker's just everywhere. You don't know what you're going to get out of him.
Yeah, this guy has happy feet in the backfield. Once a little bit of pressure comes on, he's so confused, does not know what to do. Like I said, this guy's an infection, and the only way to cure at this point is with penicillin. So get yourself checked, Cleveland. All right, but JB, let's move on to the matchups. Let's break these down real quick. We got 20 minutes to do it. I got the Bucs versus the Raiders. The Raiders. You kind of talked about this already. You broke it down just a bit, but break it down a little more in depth. What do you think Tom Brady has to do to will this team to get past Las Vegas?
I think Tom Brady's just got to do what Tom Brady's been doing. I mean, each week, he's been getting a little bit better, getting more acclimated with these receivers and stuff. But what's really surprising is Ronald Jones in that run game. I think that run game is really going to help out, later on in the year, especially. But I think that's the key. Get the run game going. Tom Brady will work from there. He'll create everything else from there. Everything else will fall into place. And what the Raiders have to watch out for is that pass rush. I mean, that pass rush can cause problems. So when you have a good ground game and a good pass rush on defense, I mean, that's a winning formula. That's a winning formula. And can the Raiders overcome that? Do they have, the talent? Are they going to have the execution to be able to pull that off? And I expect it to be kind of close, but I think I got to go Tampa Bay. I think like all four wheels are going to. I think they're going to start treading pretty soon. I think they're going to run off, especially when they get Antonio Brown. I mean, geez. I mean, it's not even fair. It's not going to be fair. Yeah. So I think things start rolling. They start getting on a winning streak and start running away with the division a little bit.
That was going to be my next question. What are your thoughts on the AB signing?
I mean, I like it. I mean,
is it a Kevin Durant going to Golden State situation? Do you feel like this has put them?
No, I mean,
over?
He wasn't on a team though. I mean, Antonio Brown. I mean, nobody could have signed him. I'm sure a lot of teams were pushing on him. Seattle was pushing for him. That would have been a good signing. I would like to see that. I think he would get more playtime, more action, and all that in Seattle. But I think he wants to win a ring, and I believe he believes in Tom Brady the most. Like, and that team around him, I think. They got it's them. It's there for the taking. They can only beat themselves. So I like JB. It. I like it.
Tom Brady has no excuses to not win a Super Bowl this year. This is Super Bowl or bust. This is the definition of Super Bowl or bust. If the Tampa Bay Buccaneers do not win the Super Bowl,
offense.
I feel like if they don't win the Super Bowl, this is going to discredit what Tom Brady has done as an elite quarterback. And I think you can make the argument about the hill, about him going over the hill and starting to come down. This team is so stacked. I mean, we're talking Goodwin, we're talking Mike Evans, and you're adding Antonio Brown. You got Gronk, you got Howard. I mean, he's hurt at the moment. They had a duo in the backfield. We still haven't seen the capabilities of Leonard Fournette, but we know what the guy can do. They restructured that offensive line specifically for Tom Brady, and we know what that defense is about. That defense is just like Pittsburgh's defense. They're mean. They're ugly. They're the reason that people don't want to put their kids in football anymore because they go back to old school football, man.
Seven is good.
That's what it is.
Good.
I also think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to win this game, but this is my number here, 30 points. If the Raiders can put over 30 points on this Tampa Bears. Yeah, I need a beer, I guess. This Tampa Bear team, it's Tampa Beer. I keep saying Tampa Beer.
You still said it.
Tampa Bay.
You still said it.
If they put up over 30 points, I do believe that the Raiders are going to win this game because that means that the defense is not stopping them whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the stat here. Tampa Bay does allow 29 points per game for as hyped as I'm talking about their defense. I'm sorry, they allow 20 points per game. As to the Raiders are scoring at 30 points a game. So I think you got to sit at that number at 30. If they can get past 30 points, the Raiders should win this game. But I don't think they do. I think Derek Carr has a setback, as we've seen him have before, and kind of brings them right back down to just being an average team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, JB, let's move on to the next one. What do we got? The Bears and the Rams.
Bears are just so interesting. I don't know. They're just. I mean, they got the defense. I mean, they got some weapons, I guess, on offense. I don't know. I don't know how they're winning. I don't know how they're winning. I think what they have is fluky. I mean, besides Khalil Mack and that defense, how is their offense? I don't know. But I like the Rams. I feel like they're having a bounce back year, from that Super Bowl hangover last year. I like the Rams. I like their offense, how it flows, how it's fast, up tempo, get the ball out of Jared Goff's hands, get the run game going a little bit. I like their defense. I like their defense also. Aaron Donald, I expect him to wreak some havoc on Nick Foles. For sure.
Especially after last week.
Difference. Yeah.
Last week
that could
49ers
be the difference.
Just completely showed them who daddy was last week. Aaron Donald was getting double team, triple team, and he wasn't effective whatsoever. Yeah. You got to see that from him today, especially against a guy that does hold on to the rock just a little bit too long sometimes. Nick Foles. About today's game, what Nick Foles has to do is get out of that pocket, and he's got to sling the rock. I mean, it's really what it's going to come down to, because that pocket is going to close quick and fast. And it's a matter of Nick Foles getting out of the pocket and be able to complete a pass accurately. Yeah. Chicago, I got the Rams winning just solely on that offense. I just don't know that once they catch that flame, that fire's burning, baby.
Yeah. And the way the Rams play offense, they get the ball out of their hands quickly, doing all this little screen bubbles, RPOs, all this kind of stuff. That's going to get the defense on their toes. That's going to make the pass rush a little bit slower. I mean, it's going to give Jared Goff more time to, make his reads. So, I think the offense, it's critical that the offense executes how I know they want to execute. If they don't execute that way, Khalil Mack's going to have a day, that front seven's going to have a day, and that could change the game tremendously for Chicago.
Who do you have winning that game?
I'm going with the Rams. I'm going to go with the Rams, yeah.
I'm going to have to agree with you there, too.
I don't know how the Bears are, 5-1, 4-1.
Yeah, 5-1. That's crazy. That's gonna be a close game, though. Don't get it twisted. I mean, the Bears' defense is no joke. Yeah, it's no joke.
They can definitely make plays. So
this is 100% 50-50 game. I think Vegas is crazy for having it at -6 on the over/under. I mean, on the spread, the over/under is 45 points, which is more realistic. But I'm looking at a 27-20 game there.
Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of. I see a little bit lower, maybe 20 to 17-ish. I don't know. It could be a defensive game. It could be.
Yeah, it could be an extremely boring game.
Yeah, it could be.
I don't know. All right, man, let's go here. We got the Patriots coming off a loss.
Yeah.
Cam Newton said, do not panic yet.
Don't panic yet.
You can give them the excuse because of all the crap they were going through with the COVID protocols and all that, and then Cam Newton getting tested positive. Vegas has him as a favorite right now, sitting at -3. The 49ers balled out last week. Every time I criticized Jimmy Garoppolo, it seems like Shanahan sets up a beautiful offensive scheme to get the ball out of his hands. You know what I love about Shanahan is that the offense never stays still. I mean, the offense, there's always movement before a play. There's always a wide receiver shifting or a running back shifting out. It's just so much movement. It confuses you when where the run's going to go.
All that. Yep. That's what it is. A lot of smoke and mirrors. But
Bill Belichick's a genius on the other side.
I like Bill Belichick on defense right here. It's going to be a real chess match. I think it's going to be a real chess match, and Cam Newton's got to show up. I think he can. I think he'll play better than what he did last week. He was playing good before he got COVID or whatever. So I expect him to bounce back a little bit. I expect the defense. Defense is going to win the game for New England today, and I expect the defense to show up. And that game plan, you'll see the game plan start to show up too.
Yeah. I was actually leaning towards San Francisco going into this morning. After looking at the numbers and kind of and just really asking myself if Coach Belichick, which is probably the best coach ever, right? Defensively, this guy is a guru when it comes to defense, and he's gonna stop the run. You have to expect that he's gonna stop the run, and I just don't feel comfortable with Jimmy Garoppolo winning me a game. Not at all. Not confident whatsoever. I would never put my money on this guy to win me the game. Never.
Yeah, and the thing is,
Jimmy Garoppolo can't do it.
That New England secondary can match up, with almost anyone, and I think they take away George Kittle in like multiple different types of ways. So, it's gonna you got to find George Kittle to make plays, because who else can really make plays on that offense right now?
Yeah.
So you take away the run game, you take away George Kittle, Jimmy G, you got to beat us. Beat us with your arm, beat us with your reads, beat us with your accuracy. You got to do everything. You got to be on point. Jimmy Garoppolo's got to be on point today.
100% agree. That's the only way San Francisco wins. We're making the assumption that Bill Belichick is going to completely stuff that run, and it's up to Jimmy Garoppolo. Mm-hmm. Ball out, young man.
Ball out.
Ball out.
This is your time right now.
For sure. These are the exact moments that we want to see Jimmy Garoppolo playing, just to prove himself. When you get the bag, you got to perform. Mm-hmm. All right, JB, let's move on to this next one. We got the Seahawks and Cardinals.
Woo. Good game.
Yeah. And Jamal Adams is out.
Yeah. Still.
I mean, that defense is still terrible.
Seattle's defense is one of the
like Cowboys.
Seattle gives up they're like top 3 in like most like big yardage plays. Yeah, they're really high in that. They give up a lot of big plays. So what I expect, obviously, DeAndre Hopkins making plays down the field. I mean, I expect a lot of that. Kyler Murray can get on the loose a little bit. We saw that last week. Saw that a lot last week.
I will go off of that real quick. Just to go off of that, I mean, he didn't look comfortable when the game first started against Dallas. I mean, Dallas had, I think it was 3 or 4 series where
it was a slow start.
Murray just completely missed wide open receivers. I don't think we see that again this week. I think last week was definitely a wake up call, saying, "Okay, I can be this good. I just got to get it going quick." Kingsbury's got to put him in a better position to get comfortable sooner. I know Dallas, I mean, basically left receivers wide open from down the field, so he never really got to get comfortable right away with short passes. Yeah. But that's something that Kingsbury's got to do. Get your man comfortable. Get this guy running on RPOs. That's going to be important today. RPOs. Kyler Murray's got to be effective on the running game to open up the passing game for him. Yeah. I do think that Seattle gets their first loss today to the Arizona Cardinals. Really? I do.
I'm going Seattle today. I think DK and Russell Wilson, they're only getting better together. It's going to be kind of scary. Like, I mean, this guy's the next Calvin Johnson, type. I mean, he's got all the potential in the world, and I feel like it's going to be high scoring. And if Russell gets ball last, they're winning. It's that simple.
For sure.
It's that simple.
I'll give you that.
I expect it, maybe a 31-29 game, something like that. Seattle gets ball last. Russell Wilson takes the ball downfield. They win.
And there you go.
That's it.
Have a good day.
I still think Russell Wilson is MVP right now.
Yeah, for sure.
I think he's MVP. If the Vikings would have beat him a couple weeks ago, no, I'd take him out of the MVP. But because he didn't play good at all. We forced sacks on him. We did a lot of good things. But
yeah.
I
think. I mean, at some point, Seattle's going to lose. I think it could easily be today.
Yeah.
Or not today.
That whole division, they play each other really well. So it's going to be a close game. I think it's
my bad. I had said the Patriots game was going to be the Sunday Night Football, but this is the game that actually got moved to Sunday Night Football.
Oh, okay.
This was a 2:00 game, but they moved it to a primetime game. The only thing is I don't want to get anybody hyped about Arizona because I'm not quite hyped. I mean, they haven't really beat anybody. They beat Dallas, the Jets. They beat Washington and San Francisco. But that was week 1. And it's a division game. So, division games are always close. This is also, this is for all the marbles, pretty much. This is what the NFC is all about.
And that West, they always play each other good. Whether they're a good team or a bad team, they match up really well. All the teams play good against each other. So I expect a close game.
For Arizona, though, what this game means to them, this is going to show exactly where they are with the good teams.
Yeah.
Are they that good? those answers will be answered today. I mean, those questions will be answered today. Let's go on.
There will be a lot of big plays in this game. For sure.
Who you think performs?
Oh, man.
Who's the best player?
I mean, I expect DeAndre Hopkins to make a couple big plays, but I expect DK. I mean, at the end of the game, I mean, it's so hard to get him. It's so hard to stop that man. Like, Jesus, he's so wide.
Does Russ keep cooking?
Russ is gonna keep cooking. He's gonna keep cooking for sure.
All right, JB. This to me is the game of the weekend. I don't know how this game is not on prime time. I'm confused. They've been having the Steelers play at 11 o'clock, but these guys are balling out. Like I told you, this defense, Borba, this defense is the reason why parents aren't letting their kids play football anymore because they're scared to get hit.
Yeah,
that's just the reality of it. They don't want their kids to get concussions, and this is what the Steelers do. They hit and they hit hard, son.
And you're gonna have to today. You're gonna have to hit hard today if you want to bring down that man, Derrick Henry. I mean, avoid the stiff arms. You gotta get in his grill. You gotta take him out however you can, not in a bad way, but be physical. Control their offensive line. Be the first. Push back on that offensive line. Get some penetration. You literally have to play the run gaps. Everybody's got to be disciplined because that's what happens. I mean, one guy's out of his lane. I mean, on that 90-something yard run we saw the other day, I mean, the guy took the wrong angle. He didn't fill the gap right. What happens? I don't know if he's scared because you're one-on-one with this man that's like 6'3", running right in your mouth. I mean, I don't know. Guys are scared or what, but it kind of reminds me of Adrian Peterson, like back in the day. You miss one gap, you miss one assignment, and he's gone.
Yeah, for
weird.
Sure.
It's
exactly. I mean, exactly what it is.
And Derrick Henry's not the shiftiest. He's not the fastest, but I mean, he's doing something right. We're seeing these consistent long runs. We haven't seen like 80, 90-yard runs since Adrian Peterson. I mean, these home run plays, and you got guys that are faster. You got guys that are more agile, and they're not doing it, but he's doing it. I mean, so you got to give credit to that O-line, to him. I mean,
100%, 100%.
So
you miss one assignment, especially when you're stacking the box with everybody. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Once you get into,
you're one-on-one against a DB, and what does he always do? He makes a miss, or he stiff arms him into last week.
Get off me! Yeah, get off me! JB, the Steelers are only allowing 66 yards per game. Do you think that they continue this streak and slowing down Derrick Henry?
If they can allow under 100
I mean, the guy
yards,
has 200-yard games twice already this year.
So if you can hold Derrick Henry under 100, I think that gives them a chance. But last week, Ryan Tannehill was kind of balling out too. So it's like, you gotta really, I think you have to focus on the run. You have to take away the run. Let Ryan Tannehill beat you. If you lose to Ryan Tannehill, all right, you deserve to lose. But I mean, if you can't stop Derrick Henry, I mean, that's just opening a can of worms. Like you're screwed. So.
If anything that I've learned about Ryan Tannehill, other than what I already knew, I mean, the guy was balling out when he was at Texas A&M. I thought he was balling out when he played for Miami. He was just under a really shitty organization that happens to be turning it around now. Mm-hmm. Ryan Tannehill was never the problem over there. The guy could ball out. Now what we're seeing from Ryan Tannehill is how explosive he is coming outside the pocket. Yeah. This dude can run the ball.
He was a receiver. Yeah. He used to be a wide receiver.
He's shifty, man. And we're now seeing him sling this rock, throwing dimes. Mm-hmm. So stuff the run. Okay, like you said, you got to let Ryan Tannehill beat you. And if he beats you, you live with it. And that's okay. But that's what's scary also. Ryan Tannehill can throw the ball. Do not underestimate how good this guy is as a quarterback.
Does Ryan Tannehill have a ceiling? Yes. But, I mean, he could still win you a couple games.
For sure.
And if he has to do it by himself, I think he can. It's going to be harder. It's more challenging. It's, but he does have a ceiling for sure. It's just, will he get it done? It's iffy. But it's hard to go against Pittsburgh. They're playing really well, and I think their defense is one of the best in the league. Ben Roethlisberger's got that offense moving. I mean, it's going to be I think it's going to be a close game. I kind of want to go Tennessee.
I'm going to go Pittsburgh. Because they have the better defense. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. They only allow 18 points per game as to Tennessee's 25 points per game. But here's the difference maker here. like I said, the Steelers only give up 66 yards a game. Tennessee gives up 137 to running backs. And James Conner, you gotta feel good going into this game. Mm-hmm. Also, these guys give up 285 yards passing. There's a weakness on that Tennessee defense. Yeah. Outside of that defensive line, they got some good DBs, I think, but that defensive line is really what's keeping them in games. But they're still giving up 25 points a game. Yeah. I would feel more comfortable going with
Jadeveon Clowney's got to show up today.
Yeah, for sure, show 100%. Up today. Why'd they bring him in for these games specifically? Mm-hmm. So Jadeveon Clowney, we're calling you out, son. Ball out.
Yeah, and this could affect seeding later on, potential seeding, potential home field advantage. This is a big game. This is a big game.
Huge game. It's in Tennessee. It's going to be rocking. It's going to be flowing. I got Pittsburgh winning this game. They're number 1 on my ranking list for a goddamn reason, baby. Pittsburgh wins by 3. 30 to 27.
Wow. I'll go 27-24. Tennessee.
27-24.
Tennessee.
Let's go, baby. This is Speaking Out Loud. Enjoy your football day. Appreciate y'all. Borba's back, and Borba had the answers. Let's go.